So I want to thank you all for coming to today's Zoom press conference. We have interim head coach Brooke Wyckoff, and then we have junior guard Morgan Jones. Florida State faces number 2 ranked Louisville Sunday at 3 o'clock. You guys have a lot of different facts and figures about our history with Louisville. It's rather interesting. So you can go ahead and look at all that. But in the meantime, any questions for Morgan or Coach Brooke, you guys go right ahead.
Coach, obviously the last few games have been canceled for you guys. So can you give me some insight about what it's been like preparing for this game against Louisville?
Well, yeah, we are super excited to finally be having a game, Lord willing. It's only Friday. We play Sunday. So hopefully we will get there. But yeah, I mean, obviously playing Louisville, that came up last minute, but we are excited. And just to be able to go up there, play some basketball, play against a great team like them in their place will be a great experience for us, a really great challenge. And I think our players are really, really excited and hungry and ready to get out on the floor. So we've been preparing hard, just building up to it as we can, coming out of COVID protocol, building up to be able to practice as a full team.
Coach, you've had pretty good success against Louisville, but it seems like they get better every year. And here they are, you're going on the road to face them, and they're number 2. Talk about what you see as their strengths and the difficulty of this game.
Well, they are a really good team. They're very strong. They're very physical. They're a strong team at every position. They love to run and attack really hard in transition. Any one of them, even their freshman post player, Olivia Cochran, can bring it up the floor off of a rebound and push. So that they're just constantly in attack mode, and they're good attackers off the dribble. Obviously they have the reigning ACC player of the year in Dana Evans, and she's what makes them go. So really on the offensive end, that they provide that challenge as a physical, fast, capable team that can attack the rim and knock down some threes. And then defensively, it's the same thing. They're physical, they're big. They're a versatile team. They'll play people at all kinds of different positions, guard you in all kinds of different ways. So yeah, it's going to be a great challenge. It always is against them. We've had some good fortune in the past, and we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Morgan, how have you and your teammates kind of handled the time off, handled the switching of opponents? How have you mentally been able to kind of work with all that?
Just remaining positive, knowing that, it's a rough year anyways with COVID, but just us remaining positive. And when we do get a chance to get into the gym, making sure that, we don't take it lightly, because time off is hard, but, just staying positive, staying motivated, not letting COVID, ruin our determination to win and to get better. So us just keeping each other up, lifting each other up, even when times are hard, just staying positive and being grateful to play anyway, so.
Morgan, the last 2 years playing against Louisville, you've guarded, obviously, their top offensive player. What are some things that you have to do this game coming up guarding their top offensive player?
The same thing, that I've been doing for the past 2 years, just knowing what she likes to do, knowing how she likes to score, just making it very difficult for her to set up any offense and just to get anything off easy. So just keeping the pressure on her and, just giving it to her.
This is kind of a question, I think, both for Coach and Morgan. A game and a team like Louisville going against an opponent like that, does this serve as a good benchmark as to the expectations of, going out and trying to beat the best as you get ready for the later half of the season?
Yeah, it does. It's a great challenge, and this is ACC basketball, and there's several ranked teams in the ACC, and so any team, any game we play in against an ACC opponent is a great way to measure where we are. But yeah, coming out of COVID and COVID protocol and going into a place like Louisville against a team that's ranked as high as they are, this is about as difficult as it probably will get. And so great, let's do it. Let's see where we are and use it, win or lose. And I hope we win. I believe we can win to prepare us for what's ahead, because there's a lot of really difficult basketball beyond this game as well.
Yeah, I agree with Coach Brooke on that one. It's about to be a really great experience for us, and we're still getting better every day, every game. So just taking this one game at a time and just learning from it all.
Coach, let me ask you about Courtney Weber. I mean, last year it seems like she was kind of playing in the shadows of those three really good players that graduated, and she's really come on strong. Are you surprised at her, the way she's played compared to what she had an opportunity to do in the past?
I'm not surprised at all. If you know Courtney behind the scenes, if you know Morgan Jones behind the scenes, and Sammy Puisis and all the players that have stepped up into their roles this year, you would know that they were prepared for this moment and they've been working towards it for the last 2 years. And that's what Courtney's done. She's a gym rat, and she's just worked and worked and worked, being ready for this time. And it's really exciting to see it pay off for her and for our team. And she's shooting a great percentage. And but she's just always in attack mode. She never doubts herself or lets it be seen that she's doubting herself. And she's really been a steady impact for us these first 5 games, and we're relying on her to continue that. But it's been really neat to see.
Coach, what have you done with your team to help them stay sharp and stay focused?
Well, I have the good fortune to be coaching this team that, like Morgan said, like they you can tell by her answers, they are really aware of what all this means. They've handled it so well, and they've been able to every stop and start, every disappointment, stay locked in, stay focused on the big picture, and stay hungry. What we did over the time that we were in COVID protocol was we met together as a team over Zoom when we couldn't be in person, and just kind of made sure we were staying connected. We didn't talk too much about basketball, but just connected as a team, worked on some team building things. I met with them individually to talk some basketball stuff and check in over Zoom. And then when we were able to start to be together, we built up from individual workouts to small group workouts, now to full team practice. So it's one of those things that it's always changing, and but you do anything you can. Thank God for Zoom, right? We're here right now because of Zoom. So
how many days did you guys miss in terms of practice on the court?
Let's see, our first day back, like the 1st of January, we weren't able to practice. So we got back on the court last Saturday. So whatever day that was, we met, so last Saturday was the first day we could get the girls on the court individually, not even as a full team. Yesterday was our first full team practice.
And I assume when you're doing Zoom, you can flip the screen so that you can do a lot of instruction on say a whiteboard or whatnot?
Not necessarily on a whiteboard. We can watch film. And we did watch a little bit of film on Zoom. But again, that kind of stuff is good. And it was good to kind of review a little bit. But in terms of this time and what really is important and what's going to help us advance is making sure that we're staying together as a team, making sure that we're connecting. And then we get on the court, we review, we try to brush up on everything that we've done and just take it from there. But the film over Zoom, we like, but that team building and that culture and staying together is so critical.
It's been so long since it would have been 18 days since your last game. It seemed like you were clicking on all cylinders against Virginia Tech. How can you get back on that level that you kind of were on Virginia Tech? Because it seemed like the 3-point shooting finally came alive in that game.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that the girls have been able to get, even though it hasn't been normal team practice and we haven't played games, they've still been able to be in the gym, work on their conditioning, get shots up. Hopefully our 3-point shooting will continue on the streak it was on. But I do think that those last 2 games, the Pitt game and the Virginia Tech game, we were finally clicking because we had an opportunity to understand who we are and what we do well together on the court and how that works. And we haven't lost that. Some things that we figured out offensively, just within the flow of our offense and how we need to attack started to come together after that Clemson loss. That loss really taught me a lot about what we needed and how to flow better. And so I don't think we've lost that in terms of being able to click and flow necessarily. Now, whether our conditioning will be where it needs to be or whether the shots will fall, that's out of our control. But I feel like we haven't necessarily lost just that understanding that we had, that better understanding of who we are as a team.
Morgan, you got a lot of playing time last year, but now with those 3 key players that you lost, how has your role changed coming into this season?
Definitely a lot of big shoes to fill, knowing that Kai, Nikki, Naj had most of our scoring. So like Coach Brooks said, everyone else, we all had to step up to, replace that. And I think we've been doing a great job in, just doing the best at what we can do as individuals in order to make the team successful. So I think just us working hard every day on our own and as a team, working on scoring and different ways to score, I think that's really helped us. And as far as replacing them 3, so just us, just knowing that we have a big role and us just doing whatever it takes to fulfill that.
Are there any other questions? All right, well, thank you all. If you have any questions for me after this, just let me know. I'll send you the Zoom link. Mo and Coach Brooke, thanks so much for hopping on. We appreciate it.
Thank you all. Good to see you guys again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Take care.
You too.